Hey everybody, Double P here and welcome back. So today is Thursday, October the 28th, and today we had a bounce back. Yesterday we had a red day, today we came back, and let me go through the trade that we are working through. But first, let's come over here so that you see everything right here, because I always get asked, is your account real? So here it is, margin account. You can see a margin right there. Sorry, I got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. I got to blur out my terms and service. I got to blur out my account so I don't violate my terms and services of my brokerage. So if I'm not looking at you while I'm talking to you, forgive me because I'm looking at the screens over here. All right, so we got, you might ask, well, why does it say partially delayed data? No problem, I go over this many times. Stock is in real time, so Amex, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, all real-time data. Then we got equity options, is all real-time. Futures and futures options, I don't trade those, so I don't need the feeds turned on for this particular account. So I'm not using the feeds right now. And then we have Forex, and then we have others. So we got everything is in real time there. Sorry there, I got a tickle in my throat. So today's trade was on Apple. As you can see it right down there, and the time here is October 28th, roughly around 12:57. I'm cutting a video in real time live trading. So today what we did is, the first thing that we do is we map out our trusty box. If we don't map out our box, we just have a hard time figuring out how to make a very profitable trade. What are the parameters of the box? Well, the parameter of the box are: 1 is it's the close of yesterday. 2, it's the last 45 minutes to the last hour of yesterday's price action. So whatever the high and the low is, we map that out. 3, it's the 200 moving average. And 4, it's the 20 moving average. So those are the parameters of the box. So what we do is we map it all out, and then we draw our box in our rectangle. So when the stock opens up, we do all this in pre-market. So when the stock opens up, if it opens up above the box, we go long. Right here, we're going long. If it opens up inside of the box, we don't take the trade, because the trade is going to be a range-bound trade, so you're going up and down and in a defined box. And I mean, that's okay if you want to start doing like debit spreads and credit spreads, that's fine. If it opens up below the box, then what we're doing is we're going short, right? Now, if it opens up way high above the box, like almost 2 boxes above, you're going to have still go long, but there's a condition where you might be going short, right? And you can see it right here. You get short, you may get stopped out. You can see it right here. You get short, you get stopped out. You can see it right here. So you have to be kind of careful, right? But if it's a good parabolic move just opening up, it's going to be a nice parabolic move on the upside. Same thing as a reverse on the downside. So we look at this trade right here, and what I did is I came over here. I always go on a 5-minute candle first because the 5-minute candle is where I set my position up to be able to get into position to be able to take a trade. And then I trade on the 1-minute candle. So let me turn the volume up here so that just in case you guys can't hear me. So on the 5-minute candle, this is clean, right? This is a clean movement on the 5-minute candle. You can see when to get in and when to get out. So what I did now is we go over to the option chain so that you can see exactly what's going on. I show the option that I picked out. It was the 152.50 strike. And I'm going to show you what happened there so you can see that there. Why did I pick the 152.50 strike? I picked it because of this right here. Liquidity. Whenever you're going into a trade, you want to make sure there's liquidity. You want to make sure there's volume. You want to make sure that there's action, there's eyeballs on that particular option chain, right? So that's what you want to be trading, especially because Apple has earnings coming out. And this was another reason why we took this trade, is because Apple has earnings. So if you want to come over here, we'll look at what's going on right over here. You'll see I have the option chain, the strike price on this side, and I have Apple on this side. And you see I mapped everything out right over here as far as price levels. So what else do we do? Well, we bring in Fibonacci, right? So we'll go with Fibonacci Extensions. We move it up here to the high. And then when I did this, the high was, where was the high? It was 152. When I did this before, it was 150, no, it was 152 at the time, 151. I remember when I took this trade, it was roughly around this area right here. So we mapped Fibonacci, that was the high, right there. So that's when we mapped it out. And as you can see here, this is profit potential. Moving over here is profit potential. This is the breakouts, right? And all this area right here is profit potential. Always, always, always map out Fibonacci extensions. Fibonacci extensions or Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions, and the box is deadly, deadly, deadly effective. This is how you want to become a super effective trader, when you have Fibonacci retracements mapped out. Sorry, I said extensions, I meant retracements. So you see how I have the extra levels here for my retracements? This is all profit. This is profit taking territory right up here. So above the zero line, that's definitely profit. We wait till it busts out through the 25, the minus 25%, the minus 61. This is definitely profit taken right here. This is when it doesn't get any higher and you want to like double or triple up on your profit taking. That's when you really want to go in there and take it. So that's what we did, mapped out Fibonacci retracements. All right, so when you see that, we don't need to map it out over here. We don't need to map out Fibonacci extensions on the option because we already mapped it out on the stock, and that's all we need to see it. So you're probably going to ask, when did you get in? When did you get out? What were your profit zones? Well, the profit zones, as you see here, I'm mapping everything out because this hit a high of 153.17. And I'm going to show you something really cool. So stick around. You don't want to miss this. So the first thing is, let's come back over here. The first thing is I sent out my alerts to my guys before I actually took the trade. And spoiler alert, you see everything right here, but it was a momentum earnings trade, right? It's the 29 October 21's Apple 152.50 strikes. I'm looking at getting in at 173. That's the strike. That's the limit order. 30 contracts plus 40% profit, minus 18% on the stop loss. Sorry, minus 8% on the stop loss. That's the text alert I sent out to my guys. So let's map this out. I sent this out at 9:54, which was kind of late. So we'll go at 173 at 9:54, right? So let me drop that down, 9:54, 173. So we'll come back over here. Let's look at the time. $9.54, right here. 173. So let's map this out. 9:54. So right here, that was when I placed. That's when I tell my guys to place their limit order and to get in, right? So let's map that out using price action. So 173, 9:54, So roughly, that's the area that I told my guys to get in, right? Look at this trade. Up, down, chop, right here. Never broke below 173, so they're good to go, and ripped, right? You're gonna see this option now ripped all the way up to 254, right? When did it hit 254? 1147, right? So let's get that. Let's come over here. You're gonna see my order fill, the time I ordered. I got in late at 181 because I don't do any front running. I make sure I send the trade alert out to my guys first and girls before I take the trade, so there's no front running, right? And they got in earlier than me, right? Almost a whole 7 or 8 cents before I did. 10:06, and I got out at 10:36, right? And I sold hog today as well. So let's go over here. 10:06, 10:36, right? So we're looking at 10:06. So that was basically my position to get in. That was basically my position to get in right there. And as you see right there, so your stop loss minus 8%. So let's come over here. Let's get the trusty calculator. Minus 181 minus 8% stop loss. Stop loss is 166, right? But obviously we're not going anywhere near the stop loss, right? That's not happening. So let's go over what's profit taking. So 181, let's just even say plus 30%. We're looking at 235, right? What did the option hit? The high of 254, right there, right? 235, roughly. That was the ultimate takeout position for me. So you see how I did all that there, and you've seen how we moved in the option chain, right? So you'll see here what my profit for the day was $3,200. Got out plus 128% on Apple. Now you're probably wondering, well, how did you know how to trade Apple? What's going on with Apple? Well, again, let's come over here so that you see what's going on with Apple. What does it say? Right? Apple has earnings scheduled today, and Apple usually blows away their earnings expectations. Usually, not all the time, usually. So what I decided to do was I came over here to the option chain. So let me close this up here for you so that you see it. We come down to today's option statistics, and you'll see this is crazy. Now this was earlier, this is right now in real time as I'm cutting this video for you, but you can actually see it. Look how many contracts were traded. 1 million contracts, 1 million call contracts were traded because everyone's getting into position, getting ready to look at what's going on with Apple, versus 327 puts. The people, the day traders, intraday traders, the option intraday traders, the option day traders, the option swing traders, these guys are getting killed. They're getting smoked, right? 1.3 million contracts traded today on Apple. Look at this call sizzle and look at the put sizzle index, right? Look at what's happening here. 47% of the calls are traded at the ask or above. 47%. What does that mean? People are paying premium to get into this position. People are actually overpaying to get into position to be able to roll with Apple today, to be able to make profits, because Apple has earnings coming out at the end of the day, right? So people are overpaying to get into position. That's crazy. 33% are buying right at the bid, so they know exactly what they need to do to be able to take a little bit of profit. So if Apple blows away their expectation, these people in this these people in this particular category right here, they're going to make a whole bunch of money, right? People aren't selling. So let's go over and you're going to see option time and sales. We'll drop down to option time and sales so that you can actually see this. Right here, there is no selling a premium. People are buying premium, right? They're not selling premium. People are buying premium right here. You see this right here. Somebody put in a big position right here. Someone did a spread, right? 19th of November, right? 160 calls and 160 puts. Someone did a spread right here, right? 2,500 contracts. That's big bucks, right? So they're looking at, let me come over here so that you can see it right here. This shows you spread, right? So you can see the condition right here is spread. That was a spread. I didn't have to look at that to know it was a spread because I know how the option chain works. I know what the different color codings are, and I know what people are doing. I know how they're buying their positions, and I know what they're doing, right? So all that is how we go out and we make a very deadly effective trade. Now, you want to see something really killer? Let me show you this right here so that you see it. I told my guys to get out 90 minutes before Apple hit the high of the day. And I told them, I said, look, Apple is going to top out at 153.15. If it gets there, it's struggling. When I got out, you saw the time that I got out. And I texted back to my members and said, Apple's going to hit 153.15. And it's going to, and if it hits that, that's going to be the high of the day, and it's going to stall, right? This is how well I know my options. This is how well I know liquidity. This is how well I know volatility, right? We come back over here, and let me show you. Let me show you this right here. And let me show you this right here, right? So that you see the liquidity, or you see the volatility, sorry. Let me close that down there. Let me open this up. So you see the implied volatility. So on 152.50, let's scroll over here, 152.50, you're going to see the implied volatility right there, right? This is what you want to see, right? You don't want to sell premium in this particular instance. You want to buy premium. You want to be a buyer of premium. You want to be a buyer of volatility because it's going to go up. When the option chain, when the volatility is at that particular point, you want to buy a volatility because you want that stock to move up and you want to be riding that stock, and that stock is going to be changing. That option is going to be riding like stock. It's going to be moving like stock. So you want that premium. You want to be a buyer of volatility when that happens in that particular situation, right? So let's come over here, and what did Apple hit? Look at the high that Apple hit, 153.17. I said it was going to hit 153.15 in my text alert to my guys. I was off by 2 cents, right? That was the high of the day for Apple. So somewhere in this video, to the left or to the right, up or down, you're going to see a link to my site. Definitely want you to hit that link. Come on over to my site. Love to have you be a member of the Platinum Traders Beta Tester group. We've got a community. I send out real-time text alerts so you get right into the trades. We have coaching calls, weekly coaching calls. We have monthly mastermind sessions, masterclass sessions on trading. You get me live every day in the pits, firing out the trades to you every day. So really, you just have to learn how to trade. I fire out the trades to you every day. All you have to do is take my trades, or not, totally your call, right? So this is a technology company that I'm moving into. It's not so much I'm dealing with stocks and options. I'm moving into the technology. I'm moving into the analytical side of what's going on with these securities. So I'm not going to be talking about stocks and options. I'm moving into the analytics of what you need to do as a trader or as an investor to look at the analytics to be able to make better, highly profitable positions, take positions, and be able to like really just you know what I mean, do what you need to do to have a really good lifestyle, right? So this is all the analytics. This is all analytical data. The system that I have is quant driven. It's non-emotions. So you let the analytical data do everything for you. You just got to place and get into position. That's it. You like this? Somewhere, like I said, there's a link. You gotta to click over the link, head on over to my site, smash that like button, right? Share this video with your friends. We know what we're doing with the Platinum Traders Beta Testers group. I want to see you in the profit zone. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the other side. Double P over and out.